welcome back. You guys did it. You guys survived. How you feeling?
Survive?
Yeah, you guys survived.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel.
I mean, like, you as people have survived. Some of your characters did not.
Okay, yeah. That feels a little bit more grounded in the reality of the situation.
No. Ash got horribly, viscerally stabbed through his internal organs, then drained like a raisin. But Seb, you survived.
I did. I made it through another week.
I think I think that's important to just be excited about. Rumham, who are you? Who do you usually play? And have you done your level up?
I'm Rumham. I play Kalia. I'm not even in the game. Maybe I should do that. I play Kalia the Shield Bearer Cleric, and I changed my level in my character sheet, which I think automatically changed my hit points and stuff. But that's about it.
All right. Bold, innovative. Thank you for leveling up by next session as asked. This is why
It's gonna take like 2 seconds, okay? I'll just do it while everybody else is introducing themselves.
This is why you don't know your kid.
Oh, hello, Alan. How you doing?
Hello. I'm good. Good. I'm Ellen. I play Dame Jadespine, Dwarven Operatic Bard, head of the Jadespine clan, and I have almost completed my level up. I have a couple of weirdnesses happening on the sheet that I'm still fighting with, but the mechanics are all there.
Okay. What were your big level up notes?
I have a new song.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I have
Is it she bugging out for everyone?
Yeah.
That will allow me to date my opponent that has.
Ellen, you are just super broken up.
She's got a new song though.
She got a new song though. Well, while we wait for her to maybe restart, pal, how you doing?
Yo, what up?
Yo, what up? Do you love
Is that all? Is that the only question you had for me?
Yeah.
Just how I'm doing?
No. How's your level up?
It's finished. I went and traded out a couple commands and tactics.
Anything interesting you want to share?
I have a new tactic that was given to me as a homebrew. That's cool.
All right, cool.
You know, I'll activate it.
Ah, yes, you can open portals now. You're playing Portal.
Yeah.
Leanne do be fisting.
Uh-oh.
It's fucked up. You can't just say that.
You can't just say that. What are you doing? Max, how's it going?
Hello.
You were the first to do your level up that I heard from.
Yeah. So I did mine. Lucian's got some changes here. Primarily Grizz won't be in combat anymore.
Oh.
And Lucian is fully a ranger with a homebrew on the werewolf now. So he's got some new stuff. Quite a bit change.
Great, we don't have to protect Grizz now.
He ate Grizz to become a ranger.
Yeah. and I just got back from a Jewish wedding that we were at yesterday.
How was
Nice.
that?
So very tired. Drove back from Illinois. Had off from work today. So
I missed you.
I don't know how long I'll be sticking around here. Sorry, guys.
That's
My call-
okay. This is just a in between session, so we'll hopefully keep it short. Feel free to drop out if you need. Seb,
Hi.
hi. Your character died, but like, how are they doing in the afterlife?
I don't imagine that there is much of an afterlife for Ash.
No, in fact, Ash has, instead of getting to go to an afterlife, been pulled to a separate plane of existence where the Great Ghoul keeps all of the dead energy.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, at least, you're part of a community there.
Yeah, that's true. Anything of note from the plane of death?
It's really quiet. It's not like the Hells, because, the Hells are all about pain and suffering, but really, the plane of death is just very sort of quiet. It's not always the same kind of quiet, but it's quiet.
All right. And how many elves has Rasa killed now?
Counting this session?
Yeah.
Oh boy, let's see. Hold on. I kept all of that on the dead man sheet. 701.
That is a lot. That is not in the 1,000 he promised, though.
No.
So.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. As is tradition, every time we level up, we take a break, we chill, we hang back, we have an easy, just kind of like world building session. The question of today's session I'd like to pose to everyone is: there's only 10 levels in the core book. You are level 7. You are closer than ever before to being at max level. What plot points are unresolved that you want to see resolved before the end of the campaign? Rumham?
Oh man, I mean, we haven't officially killed the Stone Thief. I think we're halfway there. We got some stuff, magic items. I think we still need 1 or 2 more things. So that's obviously something I would be interested in, though. I mean, if it requires us to go back into the Stone Thief, I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, killing the Stone Thief obviously would require us to go back into the Stone Thief. I'm just a baby. But I'm also interested in this Great Ghoul thing that we've also built as well.
Okay, so far you've identified the major overarching plot lines.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't really think of anything else that we explored that was unfinished.
I'll let you know. You're running out of time to seal the deal with Leanne.
Okay, well, I'll just keep that one on the back burner. You gotta keep people on their toes, so that they keep coming back to see if the next episode is the episode where Callie and Leanne get together.
Mm-hmm. Now, are there any memorable plot lines that were resolved that you want to, just refresh our memories on?
Well, you are asking the wrong person.
Yeah, you
I'm
think
asking the
anyone
person
pays
who
any
literally...
attention?
Ram, you're the person who updates the Conca.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, yeah, you are the one who updates it. How the fuck do you forget everything?
I have very limited space in my brain. Stuff that we did that was interesting. We went in some hellholes. That was fun.
She's looking up the quest summaries right now.
We went in the Stone Thief, and then we came out of the Stone Thief, and then we went back in the Stone Thief, and then a meteor hit the
And
Jade
then-
Spine Manor.
Uh-huh.
I feel like that was pretty cool,
Uh-huh.
but I think that was like a one-off session, so I don't know if it's canon.
Okay.
The jackals. Did that ever get resolved? I don't remember. We never got to kill Balrin, so I mean, I'd like to do that. But I mean, that can be a one-off session. That doesn't have to be on the books.
Okay.
Did you put kill Balrin on the list?
I
Make sure you
did.
put that on the
It's
list.
on the
Okay,
list.
thank you. Thank
Um,
you.
If you haven't caught on, the jackals work for the Great Ghoul.
Yeah, but I mean, like, we didn't like we encountered them a couple times, but like, you know, we know they're working for the Great Ghoul, but like, how are they getting there? Why? Like, who, what, when, where, and why? I feel like from what I remember, we understood that they were working for the Great Ghoul, but not much else.
Okay.
Like, who's the
God
Jackal
damn
King?
it.
Who's the Jackal King? It's the Great
I
Ghoul.
wanna-
The Great Ghoul's the Jackal King.
Well, I want to explore the Jackal King side of the Great Ghoul's personality, you know?
I want to explore
No.
the Jackal King. Rumham.
I'm not interested in the Jackal King. I want to
The-
turn
Well,
Jackal
Callie-
King off.
Does that make the Jackals like the Great Ghoul's persona?
All right, Ellen.
Let's just move on, you know?
Yeah. Okay, plot lines I'd like resolved. There's a whole bunch of missing jade spines.
Rumham. There's nothing I can think of that isn't resolved. Ellen, every session. I'm head of the Jade Spines looking for my
Hey,
previous.
you know, Callie doesn't have any lost family eaten in the Stone Thief, so
What
you
about
know,
your
there's
dad?
less things for me to remember. I mean,
Where's your dad?
I don't know that that's my dad. I guess that is a good point.
That feels like a pretty big unresolved plot line.
I had your dad.
Yeah, write that down. Write that down right above,
Yeah.
right above kill Balrin. Find out who my dad is, and then kill Balrin with dad's help.
Kill Balrin with dad's help.
Yes,
Oh,
thank
no.
you.
That, yeah. Yeah, I think that's the day, like, I would struggle to think of a satisfying end to the Dame's plotline without some sort of resolution on the Jade Spines, even if that's confirmation that they're all dead. I would like the war to be somewhat resolved as well. I mean, like, big stuff, like, yes, I'd like us to deal with the Great Ghoul and the Stone Thief. Yeah, there's a lot of other things that, like, I personally am very curious about, and other people's, like, plot lines of, like, where they want to take their characters and stuff like that.
You can list them.
I am curious about Kalia's dad and her, I guess, hopefully maybe aligning on some sort of faith that she actually likes.
Bold claim.
Well, you know, no, not a claim. I hope to see it.
We all know that the final arc is going to be Kalia choosing love with Leanne, and that's going to be like
You're dead,
14
shut up.
iconic
We're all
relationship
hoping
points.
for it. But I am curious about, like, Leanne's been kind of doing this very slow introspective thing, and I'm interested to see, like, where that goes. I do want to get Lucian out of the Stone Thief. I'm always excited to see more Raza and, you know, more characters that set things to the table. I mean, are we going to get Orion out of the Stone Thief somehow, eventually? I'm not invested in Balrin. I gotta say it. This is 2 parties now that he's managed to immediately, like, abandon in such a way that they kind of hate his guts.
Alright, I'm gonna write down kill Balrin with Kalia's dad's help.
No,
Yeah,
I
move
don't.
that one to the top. Move that one to the top.
Alright,
That's
that's
number
top.
one.
I don't know that
Enemy
he
of the state.
I don't think he needs to die, but I'm not invested in him.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
What
complain.
would Haron have to say about that?
Oh, Haran wants him dead.
Yeah, see, there you go. 1 out of 2 of Ellen's characters wants him dead. That's enough to enemy of the state.
50%.
Enemy number 1.
I'm gonna put Haran as a thing that you might want to see resolved.
I'm not sure what there is to resolve with Haran, but I enjoyed Haran.
Okay. Is that your list? Anything that is already resolved you want to talk about?
Let's see. I know as soon as like we quit session, I'm going to like come up with this whole list. But I think that's about what I've got for right now. I mean, I'm always excited to see more of the Jade Spine like business growth. That's always fun. But I don't know that that needs to have like a specific resolution. That's just kind of something that happens now. It'd be cool, I guess, to check in on that cave of druids that we found.
Okay.
Like,
Anything
no.
that's resolved you want to remind people of or talk about?
Oh, actually, way back, session 1, there was a there was this corrupted dragon, right? It was
Yeah.
like all kinds of mangled, and we never really talked about what that corruption was. Like, I assume it was the Great Ghoul, but we never actually like went into
Yep.
that.
We never did confirm that.
Yeah, we have no idea what happened with that. There was just this really messed up dragon whose brother helped us kill him.
Okay. Okay. Pow.
Hey, how's it going? Plot threads. 1. Have the Jade Spines just been slacking off? Where's our goddamn Earth Spears?
We haven't been back to the manor to see if they finished them.
Yeah, well, maybe they should have mail ordered them to us. Plot thread wise, I'd like to see Leanne's dad and like the cult and the research they were doing.
Okay.
We still have a baby phoenix. I'd like to know what we're gonna be doing with that, if anything.
Okay.
And the baby Medusa. What happened to the baby Medusa? I don't remember.
Oh, that's a good
What?
point.
That
Or is baby Medusa with B team? I can't remember.
baby Medusa is with the B team.
Okay, yeah. Well, we should probably get him some sunglasses or something.
Lucha Coffee suggests werebears. He wants to see the werebears.
Oh, true.
Of course he would.
We got a lot of people in the manor we probably should check up on.
Yeah, I want to play The Sims in 13th Age with our manor.
Okay. Okay. Speaking of which, last time you guys left the manor, it was under construction for renovations.
That's true.
I can't wait for them to get the fucking door to the outside again. Oh, Havel.
Yeah, Havel.
Okay.
I want to see Havel's heroic sacrifice for the ritual to kill the stone thief. And, yeah, probably should resolve, or at least air out some of the Callie and Leanne stuff.
When did this become such a hot button topic? Leanne meets her dad
No,
and suddenly
no,
it's like
you
all
cannot
about
make-
commitment.
You cannot just use it for every other iconic relationship point. Well, since Leanne is such an important figure to Kalia, it makes sense that... No, get out of here with that nonsense. You did it yourself. Made your bed, lie in it, roll around, get some bed bugs.
I would like to see where getting the Jade Spines out or having them die. That would be nice to see.
Okay.
One or the other, really. Oh, and I want to make sure that we finally decide on what color drapes we use for the manor.
Oh, right. Very important.
Now, for your character, there was one plot line forever ago that... No, don't look at that. Don't look at it.
Yeah, you're talking about the noble.
Yep. Um, I've always meant to bring it back. It's never been prudent. We could just drop it and move on. We could bring it back and resolve it. Up to you.
It's it would be nice to resolve it, but it's also not a priority case. I can live without it.
Okay. So I'm hearing is you'd like to hear of a resolution, but you don't necessarily need to be involved in its resolution.
Yeah, more or less.
Okay. Anything that has already been resolved you want to remind people of?
Ash fucking died.
Okay.
It'd be like that.
That's it.
All right. Max.
I think that the just having some sort of resolution with the giant war that's going on
Okay.
would be something we want to touch on. And then Grizzle.
Okay.
Want to see him again.
Okay. Okay.
Make sure he's doing good with his engineering feats and his career path and everything.
Lucian would be thinking about Grizzle after eating Grizz.
He did not eat Grizz. Grizz, I don't know. He might just be getting too old for this,
At what
How long have we been adventuring?
He's almost died, like, a lot.
And
He's not as resilient. He's ready to go to the farm.
It's been 7 years for him.
Let's see. I don't think Ash's arc is done. Sorry. Wow.
But would you like to see it resolved?
How would it resolve?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have no idea.
What
I played the
particularly
guy.
would you like to see resolved out of his arc?
Well, like his whole backstory kind of thing. And then, just, I presume that we'd have to fight him when he's brought back.
Okay, okay. Anything that's resolved you want to remind people of?
No, but I'll put a tally in the, not killing Balrin column, but we'll see.
Don't kill Balrin. Alright.
oh, Leanne has a bring Balrin to justice.
Okay.
For what?
You kind of did help summon a Bone Devil.
It was gonna happen. They had no control over that. They're level 5s.
Alright, Sub.
What's up? What are the questions?
What plot lines would you like to see resolved that you know about?
What plot lines would I like to see resolved that I know about? Well, I personally haven't been to either of the Elf or the Dwarven courts, so I would like to see these guys sort of like squirm under the thumb of these very important people again if we have to resolve that thread.
Okay.
I think there is a lot sort of to be explored still with the Great Ghoul, and you mentioned a Plane of Death. I'm interested in that, at least. And I want to
the dead
see...
guy would be interested in that.
And I think... No, I mean, not necessarily just for Ash, though, right? I think it adds a lot whenever... How would I describe it? Whenever there are multiple parties sort of interested and interacting with each other that are not the player party. Because it gives the player party itself many different points of insertion into the story, so I think that's pretty cool. So I would like to see if the Great Ghoul really does have something to do with the war. And I think we have volleyballed the idea before, but I want to see just what's going on. What else? Some stuff that, yeah, some of the best hits. Santa Cora and that tour on the other side of the Elven River, like the dwarven elven front, I think was actually pretty cool. What else? I don't know. We don't do enough overland travel. I actually do like overland travel. It feels like there's just so much to see in the setting, and you never get enough. Any other questions? What are the questions?
Yeah, just mostly like any plot points that you want to see resolved.
Yeah, plot points. Yeah, plot points. There's a big sort of reserve of NPCs and just general sort of power at the Jade Spine, and I know that, you know, taking in, you know, troubled adventurers and troublemakers is sort of the gig here, but I'd like to see sort of a thing where they're put more to use than just sort of like crafting a couple narrative items. I don't know. I'm not talking about a sage on the Jade Spine Manor, but if there was like a coordinated plan that was bigger than the player party, I think that would be pretty neat. Just because it feels like you're collecting NPCs for a reason. Some other plot points. There was that guy that we had some trouble with, that Lucian exclusively just murdered in Santa Cora. I forget his name. But he made a deal with the Prince of Shadows. So I want to see if the Prince of Shadows has anything to sort of say about us stepping in on that, because as I recall, it was like a multi-session affair, and I don't know, right? I just don't know what to sort of expect from the involvement of certain iconic figures. And I know that the Prince of Shadows is certainly one that's always supposed to be in the background, but I don't know. I feel like that one particularly I have felt some pull towards, and just haven't seen much of, especially since I started playing Talus here and there. What else? The spaceship. So notes on the spaceship. I really like that, and I have ideas, especially because we're doing the 2 campaign thing. But I don't know that I actually want to see it pay off in this campaign. Whether that's sort of like a side shot or a post campaign or something that I handle and we talk about extensively, I think it's sort of okay to leave that behind, just because there's so much more on the table. I think that's all I can think of that other people haven't talked about.
Okay. Yeah, no, that'd be an interesting thing to explore, just like talking. Rumham is apparently, as a reminder, as a multi-class, you are, okay, if you're a single class cleric, you're level 7, done. If you're a multi-class, you're level 6 of both of your classes, but you have level 7 health and level 7 attributes and then level 7 number of total talents. The problem is you can only have like as many talents total across both your classes. So I think that's like 4 at your level. I'm not sure if Shield Bearer gets additional talents.
It says 4 on the Shield Bearer PDF. And I'm pretty sure it's probably the same on the cleric.
Yeah, you
I
get an
think-
additional talent at level 8 as a Shield Bearer.
Okay, well then I confused myself for no reason.
Okay.
Learn something new.
Sorry, false alarm.
All good. I think all of you already took your +1 to 3 abilities as incremental, but if you didn't, you should have given +1 to 3 of your ability scores last time at this level up if you didn't do an incremental.
I did think of something.
Okay.
Crusader is still hunting down Kalia last I checked. Probably should handle that.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. At least get one of these monkeys off my back. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else have things that popped up in their mind since we've been talking, or?
I just have one other thing I'd like. I just think that it would be better for world immersion, to see what other icons are doing. I feel like if it is our group only against the Great Ghoul or the icon, that it just doesn't seem. I don't know, with all these things just meshed together in 13th Age, I feel like we're going to be teaming up with different icons and using our relationships with them and whatnot, and everybody's kind of got their own plans and stuff. So I like it to see there just to be a little bit less of us v Great Ghoul and just see what other players are doing.
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
only thing. Yeah.
There are plenty of interesting things that have been happening in this world. Like, if this were a West Marches campaign, there's plenty of other big plot lines people would have been exploring. There's obviously the Dwarven Elvish War, which has consumed a ton of their resources. But there has been an upsurgence of terrifying creatures coming across the up against the Bloodwood out of the ocean. The Empire's been having to send a bunch of forces there. The Abyss has been a bit more active than usual, pouring out demons as the Great Golden Worm's body is letting more and more pass. There's all sorts of things that people have been doing, and who knows what the Lich King's up to even. That's probably a whole campaign. But you guys have been in particular focused on the Stone Thief and the Great Ghoul.
If we do the Lich King, I want Birdie to come back from Mage College.
Oh yeah, Birdie's been studying with Usador. Let's put that down.
Birdie has 2 bachelor's degrees by now. Birdie's working on their PhD.
Does Birdie even know what a PhD is?
Birdie's about to learn what a PhD is. Because they've been studying for so long, they probably have 12. Yeah, I want to know if Birdie has made any scientific breakthroughs or magical breakthroughs in all this time that they've spent with Usador. And I want to know if Usador has gone insane listening to Birdie squawk or not.
I'll tell you no.
Yeah,
You
would we
think
be able to
Usador
tell?
can get crazier?
True.
All right. Well, we've talked about plot points, which is go ahead.
Hermetic Wizard. Black Boy. We offered him an invitation to the Jade Spine Manor and cooking for him. And we kind of just let him find his own way out with Talus, I believe. Probably
Yeah, he's
should-
possessed by a whole ass chromatic wizard, isn't he?
Yeah, we probably should handle that at some point.
As a reminder, if the Flesh Tailor dies, so does Talus.
Oh, right. Whoops. That's a
Yeah.
plot point, isn't it?
Well, I don't think any of us are aware of that, so...
Nope. But, none of your characters aren't, but we as players are. So we talked about plot points, and that was really what we wanted to do, what I wanted to get out of this session. what about like general gameplay? Like we've been playing 13th Age for a while now. How you guys been liking it? What's working? What's not? Are there kinds of combat encounters that you think we're doing too often, or things that you want to do that we don't do often enough or at all? Like, are there like what's your general thoughts?
I know it's the Stone Thief, and I know it's a pre-written adventure, so there's only so much you can do. But there were so many sessions that were just combat. Or like, half of it is like, explore an area, explore a dungeon, and then combat.
That's how we normally do things outside of it too.
No, not really. I mean, yes, partially. But I guess because it's the Stone Thief, we didn't have a lot of room to like explore a lot of other stuff because we're in the Stone Thief and there's only so much you can explore when we choose a specific way to go. So yeah. But I'm also biased because I think combat's boring. So
You turn your brain off even when we're RPing, Rum, don't lie.
no.
I think Rim had a lot of fun getting almost married.
Yeah, that was very fun.
I ever got paid for the performance I did there.
Well, I mean, we did.
It's okay. I got you, girl. We're gonna go sue that guy's ass.
Yeah.
For
Pretty sure you all
alimony.
got rewards for that.
No. I specifically negotiated that I was being paid because I performed at the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
We
think
can
she
sue.
ever got paid for that.
Yeah.
But
We can
also,
sue.
to be fair, Leanne did kind of steal Kalia.
Yeah, like I'm not that worried about it. I'm just saying I don't think I got paid for that.
You got paid in your friend coming back.
That's true.
Okay, what else? Rom thinks there's too many combat sessions in general.
Or too many like really long combat. I don't mind short combat or like half a session of combat, but there were a lot of like full session combat, like 2 hours of combat, which is not as fun.
Okay.
I too think I would like to see so something I think I liked about the Stone Thief was that there were some sections that how would I describe this? Were navigable only by non-combat methods, like the lake, for example. Yes, there was combat as a part of the encounter if stuff went poorly, for the most part, but exploring it really was just a matter of us deciding what to do and where to go and what was of value to us in that instance. And I think that sandbox play within those sort of limitations is more what I would like to see of. So, not just like opening the entire map and say, okay, these are your objectives, what do you want to do? But because you only have so much prep, a loose objective with a within sort of a constrained sort of area, and enemies are a part of it, but enemies are not the objective. I think I would like to see more of that.
Okay. Surely you guys have more thoughts than just those.
Pee pee poo poo.
I see.
I mean, it's tough, right? Because you're like forced to critically analyze something that you do every week.
No, that's fine.
Pretty happy with things. I mean, I feel like we get a good variety. We do occasionally end up in a rut of like, wow, we've done like a whole bunch of like big combat things back to back, but I feel like we speak up at the moment and then you obligingly give us role play. You know?
That's fair.
Yeah. Generally speaking, I'm pretty sure we've had precisely these complaints the last time we leveled up from the Stone Thief as well. Like, literally word for word, like, these complaints.
I felt like this time through the Stone Thief was better. We got to explore some of the more interesting areas. We got to, like explore some of the more open and more roleplay areas. But at the end of the day, the Stone Thief is a dungeon. Dungeons are ultimately fairly combat heavy. There's just kind of no around that.
Yeah. The problem with the Stone Thief compared to like the dungeon we did with the Temple of a Snake Boy back in the like underground jungle is that the Stone Thief is a dungeon that literally can encompass like 8 sessions.
Yeah, it can be a long time. In fact, how many sessions have we been in? I think I can go find out.
Okay, considering the amount of filler arcs we had.
I mean, so that's the thing. I feel like I have to. The dungeon, the Stone Thief itself, is sort of a tour of the areas, and I guess the true player objective is to try and experience them to the fullest. But it feels like we have a pressure to get from point A to point B all the time. And I don't know what that is. Maybe it could be that we are in the Stone Thief too long and the pace is too fast at the same time. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like if we went to 3 zones and we spent 2 sessions in each, like really deep diving them, even if it was just the lake for like 1 session, even if that does stretch the entire book out for much longer, I think it does the Stone Thief more justice. Because I can tell from the way that you run it that it's like just rich. Like there's a ton of stuff that we just unfortunately move past because we have a job to do.
First of all, you guys have been in the Stone Thief for 19 sessions.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's like 10 sessions too long.
Second
Now,
of all,
is that from just one or is that both?
no, that's just this excursion.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
It's been 19 sessions since you guys were gobbled up in Shadowport.
That's insane.
And like at least 5 of those were filler.
At least 5 of those were filler. We did follow the B team going through. We did.
Sessions. If you subtract the filler, that's still 14 sessions.
We
That's
did a lot of
14
time
weeks.
just sitting in Dungeon Town waiting for time to pass.
Yeah, have you seen One Piece? Alright, even if you remove the filler. Alright?
It's a lot, yeah. It is important to put filler in. One, I was moving, and I desperately needed some filler to keep my own sanity. But also, like, the Dungeon Town was supposed to be your own personal break from the Stone Thief while still being in the Stone Thief, right?
I feel like it was introduced way too late for that. You know what I mean?
I will
like
say
it would have served better if it was written more as like a central hub than a resting area.
Well, here's the thing. Until you guys teleported out of there, I expected you to be in there for like another 5 sessions still.
No. Mm-mm.
I will say, from a standpoint, the snail fight was a good, refreshing one. The giant gorilla fight, not as much of a refreshment.
That's fair. There was a lot of filler. A lot of those were filler. We could have I'm sorry about how much
we could have skipped the giant gorilla arc. All right.
We could have. Yeah, the hard part is we only play for 2 hours at a time, and ultimately the Stone Thief is a huge amount of content, and we, even at how much we've been in it, you guys are probably only going to have encountered about less than half of the book by the time you defeat it. And it's hard to balance any plot arc being long enough to give all the details of it when we only play 2 hours at a time, right?
Yeah, that is one of the issues.
It's like, oh, if we focus on a single arc for just 4 sessions, just 8 hours. Some people do that in a single session, right? 8 hours of play. Then we have spent an entire real month on that.
Yeah.
No, that's still really rough. That's still really rough.
Yeah, and so it's hard, like, to move all these pieces at the correct pacing.
Yeah.
At least we're playing weekly now. We used to play bi-weekly. That would have taken 2 months to do a single 8-hour span of content.
Yeah. Oh.
Go ahead.
Seb did mention at one point the constant pressure towards getting to point B, and that pretty much is entirely character motivation, because in this one, literally nobody wanted to be here.
No, we all
nobody
wanted out
wanted
as
in this
fast as
thing.
possible.
There's an eye out in the sky that we have to go find.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a plot line we gotta resolve.
So I remember there being a plot line before, when we ended last one. That's a cliffhanger I want to ask the GM.
Yeah.
What the fuck do you mean a different timeline?
Oh yeah. Different timelines? Question mark?
No. That's not what. That's not. I hear you typing it.
Look, I've already grilled him on this. It's literally my job. I've taken the role of timekeeper.
I briefly contemplated if it would be fun to send you all off into different... Well, I'm still considering, right? The whole point of all these unresolved plot points is, over the next few sessions, you guys are going to rapidly learn and conclude some of these plot lines. And if I need to plop some of you into a different moment in time to do so, I will.
Rough. Okay.
If I need to put some of you right there when the Windthorn bow was thieved, starting the Dwarven Elvish War, I will.
That's rough.
That's rough.
Okay.
If your character actually stole it, I guess we'll find out. The answer is no. We know it was actually Patch's human. George.
He was paid.
Was that okay?
That's canon.
You forgot that detail?
No, I remember that the party was betrayed by a previous player, but I didn't know who exactly it was. But you're
Oh
saying
no
it
no
was
no 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 no! That's not the betrayal that we talk about.
Oh, we don't talk. Is that a different motivation?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
for the war
put
then?
good old Barry on the list.
Yeah. Yes, we had a player Barry.
Yeah.
Who was
That
evil.
sounds more familiar.
Yeah, Barry's wife had been kidnapped, and then the kidnappers blackmailed him into an attempt to... No, he did assassinate somebody, and then framed us at the Elven Court, and Leanne had to come bail us out of jail.
Yeah,
And
and
then
on top of that, it turns out Barry is the son of the purple chromatic wizard.
yeah,
Good.
and he threw us over to hang out with the purple chromatic wizard.
Who works with the Crusader?
Yes. Yeah, no, the George thing, I'm trying to remember how much of this is like public now, but like yes, George was paid to steal the bow, and then was punished for it. And like again, Cody, stop me if I'm like
No, you're
getting
good.
to stuff. Okay, and his punishment for that was being Patch's service human
That
because
sounds.
he pissed off the Prince of Shadows.
That
for
sounds
doing
like it
that.
sucked. Okay.
Surprise! George, who is I sold to Cody originally as, he'll be like just a physical manifestation of unseen servant. Actually has backstory.
Nice.
Nice.
Does make you wonder, though. What did Patches do after the Great Sausage Heist?
That's a great question.
Ellen, when are we getting the Great Sausage Heist published by Paper Boost Development?
Yeah, is that the name?
No, Iron Moose Publishing.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't do deadlines. Eventually.
This is interesting.
It sure
I want
is.
to see all. I wonder. So if we're gonna tie all these plot points up, what's next? But I'm not gonna ask that formally.
Just informally?
I mean, what'll get you to talk the most?
Probably like a bottle of booze, some pizza.
You know, I offered him wine before we started session.
I'm fully aware you two offer each other bottles of booze before session.
It's the best way to play.
Just
There's a
slightly
reason I'm
tippy.
There's a reason I'm the only competent member on this team sometimes.
Hey, I'm always 100% sober when we play. I'm just mentally incompetent. There's a difference.
I miss Lucian.
So here is how I think we're going to do the next few sessions. You guys have all been teleported except Lucian. Lucian's still in the Stone Thief. That leaves us Ash is dead. That leaves us with whoever Seb's going to play after this. Leanne, Dame, and Kalia. So we're going to break you guys into teams of 2 that have been teleported together. The rest of you will play characters that fill in for that particular thing. I'm really hoping these are all like single sessions, so we'll have the next 3 sessions of resolving what's happening with Team A, what's happening with Team B, and what's happening with Lucian, who's still in the Stone Thief.
Okay, so it's sort of like Avenger style. I'm into it.
Yeah. After that, you guys should hopefully all group up. Like, the resolution of that is that all of you end up back at the Jade Spine Manor. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like after the hellhole, we've all kind of like unspoken agreement that if we get separated, we just group back up at the manor.
So that's a good plan. It's served as well.
I mean, Leanne has one other thing that she needs to do before she goes there, but
Okay.
Cool. I'm undecided on who I'm going to pair up with whom. It's going to be real fun, though.
I want to play. I've been tossing about like new character ideas,
no
wanna play
evil
Orion?
characters.
and okay, so Ash was not technically committed to killing you guys. I remember explicitly saying that when the world was rebuilt in their image, you would be around.
Yeah, he went from I hate my life, I want to finally fucking die and get rid of my magic powers to I want to become an overlord overnight. All right.
I
Our
mean,
discussion about his greatest ambition was to be like a quiet rice farmer at one point.
yeah, and then you find a book about evil magic rituals and see it with your own eyes, and you're like, wait a second, that looks cool.
Yeah, Leanne's been there, done that.
Okay. I haven't.
Man made of magic has not seen any evil ritual book.
You're talking about an entire plane of like. Did you mention the Great Ghoul goes there and hangs out? Like, I want to hang out there. What is that? What is that? There, that.
Well, Ash is gonna find out plenty. Don't worry.
Oh, I feel like it's important to note before you guys call shenanigans on me. Because the Great Ghoul owns Ash, he knows everything Ash knows now.
Oh,
Oh.
god damn it, we're screwed.
Good. Okay, cool. So we confirm that Ash still exists in one form or another.
No, this is good. You see, now the Great Ghoul's gonna realize that island in the middle of butt-fuck nowhere has a bunch of undead to go eat. We're gonna have the Lich King versus Great Ghoul, baby.
Hey! That's the fight we've always wanted to see.
There we go.
Wait a second. Have we confirmed this yet, that it's actually the undead that the Great Ghoul cares about, or just the dead?
The Great Ghoul actually would prefer to kill the undead because they are bound energy. And he would like that energy back. In fact, they are death cheated. And that upsets him.
Oh. There you go. Ask the right questions.
There you go.
I mean, it sounds almost like he's doing us a favor.
Yeah, I mean,
Really
come on. It's just the avatar death itself. I mean, that's the natural thing. Why are you guys fighting so hard against it?
Right.
Because it's kind of accelerating the death process for a lot of people.
I mean, you...
On the
you
grand
like
scheme
mushroom
of the
cookies?
universe, does it really matter?
yeah,
a little bit.
because I'm in this part.
Yeah, because I'm here, right now. Not in my backyard.
Yeah, no. No death gods in my backyard. Leave.
Eject that motherfucker into space.
Yeah,
Not our
no,
problem.
that would be trespassing. Please leave.
Oh, man.
So what are we gonna do with the Grizz card on the table?
It's gonna go away.
Damn, it's fucked up.
It's fucked up. So is
What
the
if you
Ash
turn
card.
it? What if you turn it face down
Oh, okay, I like that.
in defense position?
Ho ho ho!
If an Ash can just be face down attack position.
Alright.
We can just take Ash off. We don't need to kick... It's not a
No.
gimmick.
Every time you have a player character die, the cards just get stacked on top of each other.
I like that. Yeah, we just keep a little, like, upper right corner, like people who've lost in the campaign.
And it's just gonna be only Seb's characters.
And Balrin. I see in my notes. Balrin,
Yeah,
enemy of the state.
Look, there's two people who want him dead. One person who wants to fucking throw him in a jail cell. So really, he's got a 33% chance, give or take, of living.
Oh, before I forget for the third time, we are now in the latest version of the system. This includes some cool stuff, and the most important one of these is if you go to your inventory, there is now an active button. If you turn this off, the item no longer counts for bonuses. This lets you keep items in your sheet that you don't have to put in the party bag anymore.
That's handy.
Outside
You
of
have a
that,
loadout.
you can go. There's a new effects tab as well. We're not really going to talk about how this works yet because it's hard to add things in. But in the future, expect to see things like, bonuses show up there automatically, and that's where you'll be able to see, oh, my Halo is active.
That's cool.
Notably, you can forge an effect and then be able to toggle it on and off.
If you want to get fancy with effects, let me know. There's some good reason. Some of you might want some, but you know, we're not going to talk about it generally. Otherwise, there's plenty of adjustments, like multi-attacks work better now, but we've all been running on the beta, so a lot of it isn't new to us. Also, I should make sure to go to system settings. Yep, show target defenses in chat is off.
How is this gonna work? Gotta do this all over again. This is gonna be interesting. So could I put... Huh.
So essentially how effects work is, for instance, staggered. Staggered doesn't apply anything, so you're done. But hamper, no, which one is it? References, conditions. Dazed. You take a -4 penalty to all attacks. So you could, in theory, add an attribute key that says the modifier for your attack, you know, add -4. And then when it's active, it would apply that automatically. There's a lot of data entry left on that one, but...
Okay. I just got an idea. That's ridiculous. Toon, what if I play Lario?
Who?
Roz's manservant?
Oh my god. Oh, I forgot about it.
He's gotten a lot of experience on that battlefield if he really stuck around.
I don't know how much he did.
I hope he did.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to talk about, or do we want to go ahead and call it good? You know, call it, make it an early session.
Alright. Wait, hang
That's
on,
fair,
I didn't
yeah.
get my fuck in yet? Never mind, just use it.
Damn. Who wants to explore their character's story first?
I
I think
propose...
Leanne makes the most sense since her family's already with us now, somewhere.
Well, it depends on where her dad is.
I mean, wouldn't she be worried about finding him?
Oh,
right away?
absolutely! She's going straight towards him.
So, I mean, makes sense.
But it depends on where he is. Because, for all we know, he could be with the Dane. He could be with Talia. He could be... Yeah, Balrin left, so, I mean, there's only two options of who he could be with.
Well, that's not useful. Roll d4, roll d4. Alright, it looks like the Dame and Lan are together.
Nice.
Nice.
Which, does that mean Callie is just by herself?
No, you're with Lario.
Wario, what?
Great.
Kalia,
Leanne's-
you are with Leanne's dad.
Lario
Oh!
was the manservant. Uh-oh.
Fun. Get to meet
Good
the
old time
in-laws.
with the in-laws, yeah.
Remember, this is the time to schmooze up. This is the time to get his permission.
Ooh. Okay.
You have about, like, 3 hours before Leanne comes fucking barreling down the road.
Might want to go pick out a ring, you know? Alright, well, I'll see you all next week as we explore what Leanne and the Dame are up to.